What's going on YouTube? Walking Asset here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over what ETFs are. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. So ETFs, they stand for Exchange Traded Funds. If you didn't know, you can think of ETFs as a basket of stocks. So over here, this is a pile of apples. Each apple represents a stock. So, things that you need to know about ETFs are that they're bought and sold throughout the day during market hours. So, an ETF, again, it's basically a basket of securities. Instead of buying shares of every, company separately, you could just buy a single ETF and get a portion of the entire pie. So, let's dive more into this idea of what ETFs are. So here, I'm going to just share the three most important ETFs in my opinion. Every trader slash investor should know these three ETFs. The first two are SPY and VOO. So what this is, these two ETFs, they track the S&P 500 trust. And what the S&P 500 is, it's America's top 500 companies. So SPY and VOO, those are two different ETFs that track the S&P 500, and they both serve the same function. They're just different brands. It's like Louis Vuitton versus Gucci, when like making your decision on which one of these ETFs to buy, because they both perform basically the same. They just have different expense ratios. So yeah, the S&P 500, again, is top 500 companies in America. So the third ETF that you need to know is VTI. Now, VTI stands for Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. So SPY and VOO, these are separate. So this is 1 and 2, and the third one is VTI. Now the main difference between these top two and this bottom one is that VTI tracks the entire stock market. So it tracks every company that's publicly traded in the market, and that's why it's weighed differently. So Group 1, there's only a total of 500 stocks in that ETF, but for VTI, this tracks the entire stock market. It has a total of 3,781 securities in it. So that's every company that's traded in the market. So yeah, so all three of these ETFs, they pay a dividend, and they all each have varying expense ratios. So yeah, don't forget these three: SPY, VOO, and VTI. So yeah, these are commonly known as the most safest investment that you could make and retire from, because when you invest in these companies, you're investing in the market as a whole, because again, like SPY, the S&P 500 trust, it tracks the top 500 companies in America. So if these ETFs are doing bad, then you know that the economy as a whole is doing bad. So I just touched a little bit into why these ETFs are important, and you're probably thinking like Peter right now, like, oh my God, who the hell cares? Well, here's why you should care. The three ETFs just discussed, they're served as a barometer of the stock market. They help you determine the overall market sentiment. So again, if SPY is down, the market is down. If VTI is up, the market is up. So VTI tracks the entire market. SPY tracks the top 500 companies in America, which carry a lot of weight over the entire market. So yeah, that's why they're important. Now, you may be wondering, how many ETFs are there? Now, there's an ETF for like almost anything, There's a lot. There are 7,602 ETFs total. they come in all shapes and sizes, and they're built for all sorts of purposes. We have ETFs for energy, ETFs for tech, ETFs for weed, ETFs for cars, oil, etc., etc. Basically, any type of sector or like industry that you could think of, there most likely will be an ETF that exists for that section. And again, an ETF, just think of an ETF as a basket of companies. So if you wanted to invest in a basket of tech companies, a great ETF off the bat that I can think of is ARK, ARKK. I personally invest in them. They're really good. So yeah, those are ETFs summed up in a nutshell. Again, I just wanted to include a list of some of my favorite ETFs. Again, VTI, ARK, as I just mentioned, and SPY/VOO. So yeah, these are all solid ETFs. Totally recommend you looking into these exchange traded funds because they all give you great exposure and diversity in the overall market. But yeah, that's all for today, everyone. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Walking Asset here, and I'm out. Peace. Oh, last thing, be sure to check out the stock market beginners bundle where you can learn the ins and outs of stock trading and options trading. But yeah, that's all from me today, everyone. I'm out. Peace.
Gonna just keep running away? I'm not running.